signs, it's your turn, and I'm going to start with Taurus. Let's find out what's in store for 2022. Right, I've shuffled the deck. I've had a jumper card. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm cutting the deck right now, and we will find out. Okay, wow. Let's start with the theme. I'll get to the jumper card in a minute because the jumper card is a great one for you, Taurus. Sorry for my voice. I have been doing videos back to back, lives and everything, so my voice is complaining. It's like take a break. Right, so let's look at the theme. So the theme is with this Knight of Pentacles. I feel that the theme is going to be around finances for Tauruses, okay? It's going to be good and slightly bumpy as well, meaning that projects that you've been working on are going to sort of have like a kickstart in 2022. I do feel there have been delays towards the end of last year. And so in some way you kind of like took things slowly and easy. You didn't want to push yourself to kind of get those projects or those businesses going. But 2022 is going to force you to get things going and to get your business sort of together, right? Now, the other thing is that means that you're going to have a lot more expenses or unpredictable expenses as well. And what I see around 2022 for you guys is really the focus is going to be around money, around the home, around the assets too. And as I said, there might be bumps along the way, but it just shows me that there are going to be bumps along the way because you're going to have so many things going on. You're going to be investing money here and there on these projects. Generally, I do feel, and I just got this from my guides, I feel this is going to be your golden year when it comes to business, to work, career, recognition, reputation, all that. I just feel there is a light just above you, and it's just shining through, and you're going to shine through as well. What you're going to gain, definitely with this Knight of Wands, you're going to gain, as I said, a lot of creative projects along the way too. There are also, I do feel for you, those of you who are single, or even if you're in a relationship and you feel that things are a bit sort of stale at the moment, I just feel like a big burst of sexual energy and love and just flirt and all that going in as well in 22, which sounds exciting. And I did get right now that it's going to be around your birthday, so around May, June, when you might be taken by surprise with a relationship, or a relationship will start out of the blue. So there's just a lot going on for this year, really, and I just feel they're going to be positive. I remind you, there are going to be bumps along the way, but you're a Taurus, you're stubborn, you really are not, you don't shy away from problems or hurdles, obstacles, anything like that. You just really want to push through, and I feel that this is it. This is sort of, this year is just going to give you that big final push to get to that point that you really want. With the Knight of Wands too, a lot of creativeness around you too. Just feel that in some things, when it comes to creative projects, I just feel that sometimes you might procrastinate a little bit or just put them aside. But now this year, it's going to be more about those projects, more about being more creative and thinking outside the box, and kind of taking risks too. What will you lose this year? So I have the King of Pentacles here. So if you're an entrepreneur, or you are a freelancer, you're even unemployed too. Why am I saying unemployed? What does that have to do with everything else? I just feel that with this King of Pentacles, it just seems that to me that this independence, in quotes, that you've had up until now. So whether it was an independence regarding not having like a boss, not being employed by someone and being self-employed, or just having more freedom with your time and your projects, that is something that's going to slightly change next year. It feels to me that you're going to be taking on more projects that are they're more restrictive in a sense, they will give you less flexibility, but actually take those projects, because that's how you're going to earn more money and build that foundation that you've been working on or trying to build for a long time. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to get now to the jumper card. This is the Magician jumper card. Instantly jumped out as soon as I took the deck in my hands, right? It just shows me, as I said, this here just feels great for you. Hard work, a lot of work, okay? A lot of energy into work. But what I feel with this is all your intentions, all the intentions that you put in last year, 2021, everything that you've been wanting to manifest is starting to come into fruition. Or this Magician just feels that the energy is quite electrifying. I don't know how else to explain it, but in a sense that electrifying in the sense that if you go overboard, you're going to feel it. It's going to hurt. It's going to sting. But on the other hand, if you've worked hard on something and you've been patient and you've taken the time and you're not overly ambitious about it, it's going to pay off. I hope that makes sense. Let me just now pull an advice card from the angel cards, the oracle cards. I love this deck. Everyone loves this deck. When I do private readings too, two of them just jumped out. Give me a second. Let me just take them off the floor. I feel like I keep doing that all the time. I'm picking cards off the floor. So you've got two messages that came. Here you go, Taurus. Staying focused. Hold the course. Hold the course. As I said, just steady, keep going the way you're going, in the direction that you're going, without feeling too antsy, too anxious about it, too insecure about it. Stay where you are. Keep going, but stay on that path. Stay with that idea. Keep going. Voyage of the heart, love flows through you and to you. I told you this year, this is it. This is going to be a year full of love, excitement, romance, sex, everything. So I'm excited for you guys, totally validated by the oracle cards, by the angels too. Right, Virgos, I've already shuffled the deck and I'm about to cut the deck and see what's in store for 2022. I feel exciting. I don't know why, but I feel with earth signs, all of the signs, let me just say, 2022 is going to be a landmark year for a lot of people and for the world and for the collective. There is a lot that is going to change and going to happen, but trust and believe, we're all changing and we're all going to see it. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Also, no, I'll leave that for one of my lives, because I've got a couple of predictions about the collective, which I'll get back to that. Right, so let's look at your year, dear Virgo. Okay, I've reshuffled a little bit. That's what I felt like doing. I want to see what the theme. Ooh, dear. So, excuse me. I pulled the Devil card as the theme of the year. Before you freak out, before anything, let me just tell you why the Devil card came up and what I feel about it. I just feel that you're going to start cleaning those closets. Not the literal ones, the metaphorical ones. Start making changes, almost like wiping the slate clean. And this is funny that I'm saying it because I've been picking that up about many of the zodiac signs for 2022, that we're all going to go into this year with a very clean and fresh slate. We're going to make huge leaps and bounds and changes. And those are going to be good changes. Now, the devil to me just shows that there are certain aspects in your life that you're either addicted to, passionate about, but it's not necessarily good for you. I just feel it could be a toxic relationship, toxic people around you, toxic situations, a boss even. I just feel that it's almost like you're going to come out of this haze that you've been in, and you're going to want to take control and change a lot of aspects, a lot of things in your life that haven't worked for you in a very, very long time. And you kind of either like swept it under the rug, or you kind of like turned a blind eye to it. So, well, this devil, to me, it's all about cleansing, changing, transforming, making those painful decisions and taking those actions that are not going to be, they're not going to be easy, but in order to cleanse, get rid of those negative aspects in your life that really have not served for you and have actually hindered like your progress and your growth. This is what's going to be happening. So how I feel, it is going to be slightly painful. It might be a little bit of a lonely journey. It could be, I feel a lot of you are going through things that you're not openly talking about. But it's gradually going to change. So I feel you're going to feel a lot braver this year, 2022, to make those changes and talk about it and be honest and really transparent about what's been going on with you. What you're going to be gain through all those things and all those changes, Virgo, I have the 10 of Wands. So as I said, a lot of things are changing. A lot of things you're going to sort of like put a lock and key to it and just kind of get rid of the key. And also moving. I feel moving. It could be different country. It could be different state, different city, different town. But I just feel mobility there. It could be it's not only moving, but I also feel traveling too. So I just feel there's going to be a lot of mobility. You're not going to be in the same place for a long time during the next year. Okay. We're going to be a lot of just trying to figure out where you feel more grounded in and more comfortable in as well. Feeling grounded is very important for you lately. Just feel last 2 years, regardless of the pandemic, that you've been struggling a little bit with that. Now, again, I'm just going, and it keeps coming up in my cards, and what I'm seeing and what visions I'm being shown is that, again, one of your losses is going to be certain groups of people, friends, relationships, things, as I said, that don't serve you and that actually have proven to be toxic or just burdensome in a sense, like an emotional burden. Okay, so it might feel like a lonely journey, but it's going to be a blessing in disguise for you this year, with those ups and downs, because you're actually doing what you should have done a long time ago with your life and with the people around you. Really set those boundaries, really make those changes, really take more control of what's going on. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable in your own skin and with your environment to do these things. And definitely going to work on those, maybe if there are addiction issues there, or just things, or not things, but I just don't want to call them obsessions, but I'm just going to call like little infatuations that you may have that just, why, it's just exhausting. You feel run down and not yourself, right? So release. Release. This is, if I could name the year, it's going to be the big release for you. Now, I'm just going to pull one card from my Angel Oracle deck, because I want to see what the angels have to say, or what kind of advice they have to give, what, if they want to add anything to what we just said now. So please give me for Virgos for 2022. What can you tell me? Come on. Ooh. I think I'm just going to take these 2 cards, because there were 4 cards that jumped out. Surrendering to the journey and release control. Didn't I say the big release? There you go. This is what this is about. I don't know if you can see it. I hope it's clear. There you go. And then fogged in, go slow, take time. Definitely take time, because it's going to be baby steps for you to get to that point. And it's not just, it's not a matter of time. It's a matter of mindset and where you're at the moment, at that point. Those 2 popped out, but those 2 fell down like so. You're gonna love this. With hard work, Virgos, you're gonna get your reward. So infinite abundance is coming your way. Abundance is pouring into your life. Definitely. Well, that comes after hard work. You know, it's not going to be blood, sweat, and tears for nothing, really, because there is going to be slightly blood, sweat, and tears. That's what I feel. But at least you know now. I mean, now you're prepared, because you heard it here first. And then miracles. Expect the wonders to emerge. So you will see that after summer, and I feel around October, just towards the end of the year, it's all going to make sense to you, and that's when you're going to start reaping in those rewards, those gifts from the universe too. So exciting, but until then, don't give up. And I don't mean, give up the things that don't work for you, they don't serve you, they're actually bad for you, but don't give up on hope. Right, Capricorns, last but not least out of the earth signs, and let's jump in and let's find out what's to be expected in 2022. So I've already cut the deck, and let me just give you the theme of the year. I have this Page of Swords here. That's the theme. So to me, it just seems that either the focus is going to be on a child, someone who might have some difficulties at school or at college, at university, helping them out. It just seems to me that this is going to be the main focus and the main idea around it. Also, some of you, and let me just remind you, if this does not resonate, just go check your ascendant to your rising sign, and that might make a lot more sense. Just, take it as it resonates. So I also feel that some of you Capricorns might pick up like a postgraduate degree, a master's degree, just learn something else, go back to school. I just feel that there is like a thirst there for knowledge. That's what I feel. And also I just got this message, could be for one of you watching this now. One of you, if you're wondering whether you should take that step, and someone is writing it's a paper, a science paper, or or is doing some kind of research and has to write down the results of it, about something which is a bit outside the box, but it's really very useful and important for the world, for humanity. This is going to be it. Okay, I feel there was certain delays before, but this year is going to be it. It's going to be published, and it's going to be let's just say I don't know how it's going to be published, and at the same time it's going to be well accepted and seen by a lot of people, especially in your industry, in what you do. So this year is all about learning, and not just literally learning academic learning or you know, R&D, learning the results of R&D or anything like that. It's going to be about learning a lot about yourself. It's almost like you're going to slow down and smell those flowers finally, because the world, the universe, the situations in your life are going to make you slow down. Something you should have done last year, by the way. Something you should have done last year, but you didn't. Also, I just got this. This is for all Cappies out there watching. Please be careful of burnout. I just feel that. Some of you are on the verge. So take it easy. Get some rest. The world will continue to go around even if you take a break or some rest, you know, just putting it out there, because I feel that with some of you, or a lot of you Cappies, struggling with that. There is a big sense of insecurity with everything that's going on. You are a star sign that cares about the future. You worry, you're a warrior, you're a constant worrier, worrying about the future, worrying about finances, about work, a little bit, you're a bit fatalist too. Stop, okay? Pull yourself together, take a little break, and try to see things from a different perspective. Try to see them from a bird's eye view, rather than from like the view of your ego and your own personal experiences. Now, what you will gain, I have justice here. So justice card, it has to do with balance, finding balance, balance between work life and personal life too. That's another thing that you've been struggling. This is another thing that you'll be gaining, because as I said, you'll be forced to slow down. You'll be forced to take a break, and it's about finding balance. Some of you, even if you have some legal issues, open-ended legal issues right now, they're coming to an end. Finally, I just feel a lot of that like legal stuff next year for everyone, regardless of star signs. It's almost like they're going to speed up, and they're going to close a lot of cases, or get to a lot of cases. Even those cases have taken such a long time to resolve. So it's all about balance for you Cappies, balance in everything in your life, especially getting the work-life balance in there. Somehow you need a personal life. You need to take more time for yourself, you know, take care of yourself. A little bit of wellness, a little bit of me time, pampering, or even just like reading a book that you haven't done in a long time is, for me, you know, self-care. Right. Now, this is also going to be a year of loss, okay? Might be people you care about. And please don't instantly think that I'm talking about death. I'm not talking about death necessarily. Could be, yes, highly likely. Most of us have older parents or people who have health issues. There's a pandemic going on, but this is not the case. It's about loss, losing people, whether it's by choice or not. It's almost like it's going to give you a hard lesson to appreciate the time that you have with certain people, the people that you love, because you've been so focused on you, your life, your job, your problems for such a long time. It feels to me almost like you've lost a little bit of sense of time and reality. And I don't mean it in a negative way, but this is how I feel it. This is how I see it right now. So it's all about, through loss, it's going to sort of punch you back to reality and realize that all these things that you've been worried about, and all these fatalistic ideas, in a sense, that you've had are just trivial. They're completely trivial because your focus has been mainly on how to shield yourself from issues, problems, difficulties, people, but you haven't sort of worked on yourself, on just how to improve yourself, how to grow, how to heal, how to change things that don't work for you. You're on the same kind of like little hamster wheel the whole time. So loss is going to come in just to sort of shake you back to reality and say, hey, you know, you've got to make some changes now. You've got to see things differently. You've got to enjoy what you have, because things can just drop just like that. You can just lose them just like that with a snap of your fingers. So just be more mindful, take more time for yourselves, and tell the people that you love them. And those that don't really, they no longer have room in your lives, it's okay to say, hey, goodbye. You know, we've grown apart. We're different people now. It's okay to say, you know, no hard feelings, but I just need some space right now. Think about it. This is what you need, and this is what 2022 is going to force you to do. Right, I'm going to pull now angel cards, oracle cards. My guys just asked me to pull one more card, and here it is, the wheel card. So the wheel card has to do with about those extreme changes that I said. So it's like a wheel, you know. If it was going one direction, it was going one way for you up until now, it's just going to go completely towards a very different direction. So be aware and be prepared. Be ready. Right, I'm going to have my angel cards here. What's the advice? What do they want to say? Do they want to add anything to it? Okay, this one. Oh, 2 cards. So view from above. Didn't I just say that? I just said thank you, spirits and angels. They just validated what I said. Change your viewpoint. Change how you see things. View from above. Get the big picture. Yes, it's all about the bigger picture. And the second card is embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Yes, embrace enthusiasm. I couldn't even say it. Embrace enthusiasm, because, you know, you can't worry about everything. You can't control anything. You can't control. It's false. It's we think we can control certain aspects of our lives, but we can't. We cannot control what's going to happen to us. We cannot control what we're going to eat even tomorrow. Things change. You know why? Because we're energy. We're this moving, flowing energy. Yes, we have free will. And the other thing is, everything that we do here has been pre-planned up to like everything. Okay, we've been given the choice that when you get to that point, you can take, you know, route A or route B, path A, path B. That's part of the free will. And if you make that wrong turn, then at some point you'll be given another chance to make another decision to, you know, navigate towards another path. So, and that's how you learn. That's the whole point. It's about learning. And every time you get to that crossroads, to those crossroads or that point, it's for you. What have you learned? Why are you here? What did you learn? So you cannot control things. So, you know, let things be, in a sense. Embrace what comes to you, good or bad. Even if it's bad, it means something. It happens for a reason. It just means something to you, to your life, to your future. Just remember that, dear Cappies.